Have you ever found yourself at a point in life where, despite feeling more at peace with yourself, your connections with the people around you seem to fade away? The loneliness that arises when we elevate our vibration is no coincidence. It is a natural part of the expansion process. On this journey, disconnection is not a sign of failure, but a testament to our evolution. However, are you ready to pay the price of vibrating higher?
Welcome to the dominant frequency.
This experience, though unsettling, is common among those who embark on the path of spiritual expansion. Raising our vibration is a transformative process that redefines not only our relationship with ourselves, but also with the world around us. What many fail to mention is that this growth can bring a profound sense of loneliness. It is not a punishment nor a trial to overcome, but an intrinsic component of spiritual evolution. When we begin to elevate our vibration, it happens through an internal purification process. By integrating dense emotions like fear, guilt, resentment, or attachment, we attune to higher frequencies such as love, gratitude, and peace. This shift is not merely internal, it extends to the relationships, places, and situations around us. Everything in the universe emits an energetic frequency, including us. Each person has a unique, vibrational imprint composed of their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. By raising ours, we inevitably alter the energetic dynamic with those around us. Imagine our vibration as a radio station. As we adjust our frequency, people tuned to other stations begin to perceive us differently. The lack of vibrational compatibility can lead to emotional distancing, misunderstandings, or even the end of relationships that once held great meaning. This phenomenon is not a reflection of something being wrong with you or them. It is simply the natural result of frequencies no longer aligning. As painful as it may seem, this process is a clear sign of growth. Often, this distancing happens subtly. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly become awkward, shared interests fade away, and sometimes silence replaces what was once a vibrant connection. It is not uncommon for those going through this process to feel as though they no longer belong in the environments they once called home. The loneliness that arises from this disconnection is no accident. It is an essential part of the awakening process. It is a space that invites us to look inward, discover our deepest truth, and question what we truly want to hold on to in our lives. This journey also helps us recognize how the energy of those around us can influence our vibrational state. Many people remain trapped in limiting patterns, fueled by fear, insecurity, and the pursuit of external validation. When our vibration changes, our energy acts as a mirror, reflecting aspects of themselves they may not be ready to face. This can cause discomfort, rejection, or even conflict, not because we are doing something wrong, but because our new frequency challenges them to confront their need for change. Sometimes, this disconnection extends beyond personal relationships to virtual or group spaces. For instance, being part of a WhatsApp group that was once active and engaging can suddenly feel uncomfortable or even empty. Responses dwindle, Interactions become superficial, and suddenly it seems as if you've become invisible in that space. This can lead to feelings of uncertainty, making you question whether you've done something wrong or changed in a way that others do not understand. However, it is crucial to understand that these voids are not a sign of personal rejection, but an indication that your energy no longer resonates in those settings. The loneliness experienced when vibrating higher is not something to avoid or fear. It is a necessary space for reflection, self-discovery, and strengthening our connection with the source. In this void, we find the opportunity to rediscover our essence and build a more authentic relationship with ourselves. This process also allows us to filter our relationships, creating space for people who genuinely resonate with our new vibration. What seems like a loss in the moment often transforms into a gain in the long term. Take, for example, the story of Sophia, a woman who, upon starting her spiritual journey, noticed significant changes in her relationships. For years, she shared a social circle with whom she enjoyed daily activities. But as she began exploring topics like meditation, connection with the source, and gratitude, she realized she could no longer maintain the same conversations. Gradually, her friends drifted away. Though this caused her pain at first, Sophia discovered that solitude allowed her to deepen her self-knowledge. In that space, she found new passions, developed projects more aligned with her purpose, and met people who vibrated in harmony with her path. Similarly, Marcos had spent years sharing laughter, plans, and bonds with his group of friends. However, after delving into his own spiritual growth, something began to change. He started speaking more about topics like meditation, emotional balance, and connection with his essence. Although his friends were initially curious, he soon noticed an invisible distance forming. Unanswered messages, ignored invitations, and increasingly empty conversations marked this change. The disconnection was so gradual that Marcos didn't notice it at first, but he eventually felt completely isolated, wondering if something within him had caused this distance. Like Marcos and Sophia, many people on the spiritual path experience similar disconnections. Friendships that once seemed solid suddenly disappear, leaving a void that gives way to confusion and sadness. Laura, for instance, experienced this with her best friend, Anna. After Laura delved deeper into her spiritual journey, Anna began avoiding her without any apparent explanation. Their conversations became superficial until they eventually ceased altogether. Laura felt a strange mix of sadness and relief. On one hand, she wished to maintain the connection, but on the other, something inside her knew Anna no longer resonated with the person she had become. This kind of distancing can be painful because the human mind seeks validation and connection with others, especially with those who were once close. The absence of these people can create a sense of emptiness, and the constant question of whether you did something wrong may linger, causing you to doubt your actions or behaviors. It's important to highlight that loneliness is not permanent. By moving away from frequencies that no longer resonate with us, we create space to attract more authentic and meaningful connections. These new relationships, based on elevated vibrations, tend to be deeper, more enriching, and sustainable. The key is to accept loneliness as a temporary and necessary component of the process, rather than resist it or view it as an obstacle. Ultimately, the price of spiritual expansion is not a sacrifice, but an investment in our evolution. Every moment of disconnection, every relationship that fades, and every instance of solitude is an opportunity to grow, reconnect with our essence, and align with our highest purpose. While the journey may seem lonely, we are never truly alone. We are always accompanied by the energy of the Source, our higher self, and the unconditional love that guides every step of our journey. And you? Have you experienced loneliness as part of your spiritual growth? What lessons have you learned from those moments? I invite you to reflect and share your experience in the comments. Remember, while this path may seem arduous, every step brings you closer to fulfillment and connection with the universe. If this topic resonated with you, don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to our channel Frecuencia Dominante to explore more about spiritual expansion, connection, and self-discovery. Remember, while the path may seem lonely, we are always accompanied by the infinite energy of the universe. See you in the next video.